Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive. This time, we're all about match day 25 in La Liga.
Should be a good one.
Yeah, and we're going to use welcome to today.pdef as our guide. I'm really excited to dig into this because, man, there were some crazy outcomes this week.
You're telling me.
All right, so big picture first. What were the big shockers? What really stood out?
Oh, definitely got to start with Atletico Madrid just crushing Valencia 3-0.
Oh, yeah, that was impressive. 3 goals, clean sheet. I mean, are they really looking like title contenders?
I think so. Yeah, I think you got to take them seriously at this point.
Was it more about Valencia just completely falling apart, or did Atletico Madrid just play that well?
Well, Valencia has had issues all season, like especially with counterattacks.
Right.
And, well, Simeone, the coach at Atletico, that's kind of his bread and butter, you know?
So he saw a weakness and just pounced.
Yeah, basically. João Felix scored early, right off a counter. Then, boom, Griezmann with a penalty right before the half. And then, to really finish them off, Marcus Llorente, just this incredible solo goal, weaving through everyone, beautiful shot. Just, wow.
I bet Valencia fans were not happy.
Not at all.
But for Atletico, I mean, that's going to be a huge confidence boost.
Huge. They're basically telling the league, we're coming for that title.
Okay, so Atletico's on fire?
Yeah.
How about Real Madrid? Did they keep up?
They did, but barely. Beat Girona 2-1, but it was really close. Could have gone either way.
Ooh, a nail-biter. Give me the details.
So Vinicius Jr., he's been playing great lately, scored early. Kind of a defensive mess up by Girona, but then Girona fought back, Stuani with a header. He's so good in the air.
So Real Madrid was actually struggling.
For a while, yeah. It took Benzema, who else, to save the day with a late goal. He's just clutch.
Always is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, does this say anything about Real Madrid? Are they, like, slipping?
It does raise some questions. They haven't looked as strong as usual, that's for sure. They need to get it together if they want to stay in the running.
Okay, so Atletico's up. Real is maybe down. But here's the real head-scratcher. Barcelona, tied with Las Palmas 0-0. What happened there?
Las Palmas played really smart. They came in with a plan, and it worked.
What, you're saying they outsmarted Barcelona?
In a way, yeah. Las Palmas just sat back, defended deep, doubled up on players like Lewandowski, totally shut them down.
Barcelona couldn't score on them.
Nope. Lewandowski was practically invisible, and their passing game was completely disrupted. They just couldn't break through.
Wow. I'm starting to think this whole match day was like a power shift in the Liga.
Could be. And it wasn't just the big three either. Espanyol, they beat Deportivo Alavés 1-0. Totally unexpected.
What was their secret?
Super tactical. They just absorbed all the pressure, stayed organized, and waited. Then their captain, Sergi Darder, boom, incredible goal from way outside the box. Just beautiful.
Classic counterattack.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Atletico surging, Real maybe stumbling, Barcelona puzzled, and some underdogs making big moves.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up.
So there were a ton of other matches, and some of them actually had pretty wild outcomes too. One that comes to mind is Sevilla and Mallorca.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I saw it was a draw, 1-1, and thought, okay, probably not that exciting. But I feel like there's more to it.
Oh, there definitely is. It was a real battle. It was a tough one, for sure. Back and forth the whole time.
So what happened? Tell me, how did it start?
Sevilla scored first. And Nasiri, you know, their striker from Morocco. Powerful header off a corner kick.
Corner kick. Now, for those of us who maybe don't follow soccer super closely, what exactly is a corner kick again?
Oh, right. So it's when the defending team kicks the ball over their own end line, like out of bounds, but at the back of the field.
Okay.
And then the attacking team gets to set up a play from the corner of the field, you know, near the goal, hence the corner kick.
Makes sense. Okay, so Sevilla scores up a corner kick. Then what?
Well, Mallorca didn't give up. They kept pushing, had some really good chances. Finally, Vedat Mariki tied it up. He's always a threat.
So it was a real fight to the end.
Oh, yeah. Really intense. Every play mattered. In the end, a draw was probably fair.
A true test of resilience then.
Okay.
So a draw for Sevilla and Mallorca. But let's talk about some individual players now. You know, the ones who really made a difference.
Oh, yeah. There were some standouts for sure. We already mentioned Sergi Darder with that amazing goal. But for me, Iago Aspas was incredible.
Aspas, he's always good though, right? What made this match different?
Well, yeah, he did score. Helped Celta Vigo beat Osasuna. But it's more than that, you know? He does everything. Creates chances, links up plays. He's got amazing vision. Just a nightmare for defenders.
A real all-arounder then. Anyone else come to mind?
Iñaki Williams for Athletic Bilbao. The guy is just electric, so fast, and he never stops running. Scored a crucial goal against Real Valladolid, cut inside from the wing and just blasted it past the keeper.
So speed, skill, scores when it matters. Sounds like a pretty good package. I think they can keep this up.
Oh, they've got the talent for sure. And the right mindset. They can change a game, you know?
Make a real difference. That's what makes La Liga so fun to watch.
Totally agree. And speaking of making a difference, there's one player we got to talk about. Even though his team, well, they didn't have a great match.
Who's that?
Pedri.
Wait, but Barcelona didn't even score.
Right. But even with Barcelona struggling, Pedri was still amazing. He's only 20, but he plays like a veteran.
Yeah, I mean, he kept trying even when the rest of the team was off. Always looking for that perfect pass, trying to open things up.
His vision is incredible. And his passing, controlling the pace of the game. He's a special player, that's for sure.
It's like he's playing a different game out there sometimes.
That's a good way to put it. And that brings us to tactics, you know? Matchday 25 had some really interesting strategy battles.
Oh yeah, let's get into that. What really stood out to you?
I keep thinking about that Espanyol win, the one against Deportivo Alavés. Their manager, Vicente Moreno, he had a plan and it worked perfectly.
So they sat back and waited for their chance.
Yep. Alavés had more possession, but Espanyol were just so disciplined, so organized. They closed down space, didn't let Alavés create any good chances.
And then, bam, Darder with that amazing goal.
Exactly. Textbook counterattack. They knew what they were doing.
So what about Villarreal? They also won pretty convincingly. How did they do it?
Villarreal, they're always adapting. They controlled the game, held the ball, waited for Rayo Vallecano to slip up. Plus, they're really dangerous on set pieces, you know, free kicks, corners. Shows how well coached they are.
So patience, discipline, plus knowing how to use those set pieces to their advantage. Sounds like a tough team to beat.
Oh, they are. Really tough to crack. Now, the interesting thing is Barcelona, they're usually the ones controlling the game. But against Las Palmas, it was different.
What at?
Las Palmas came in with a strategy, and they stuck to it. Disrupt Barcelona, pressure them high up the field, don't give them any room to breathe.
They basically took away everything Barcelona's good at.
Yep. Aggressive, organized, and they never let up. It was like Barcelona was playing a different sport. Their manager, Pepe Mel, he did a fantastic job.
A tactical masterclass.
Yeah.
Against Barcelona.
You could call it that. I think it shows how important tactics are in La Liga. It's not just about individual players, it's about the whole team.
Like a chess match. Every move matters.
Exactly. And the managers, they're the ones calling the shots.
And we get to enjoy the show. Okay, but enough about tactics for now. Let's talk about what all this means for the rest of the season. Like, what does Matchday 25 tell us about the big picture?
Well, things are definitely heating up.
No kidding. I mean, look at the title race. It's anyone's game now.
It really is. Atletico Madrid, they've got to be feeling good right now. They're playing with so much energy. And Simeone, he's got them tactically dialed in.
But Real Madrid, they're not out of it. They've won before when no one thought they could.
True, but that close game against Girona, that's got to be a worry, right?
Yeah, they can't keep getting away with that. And what about Barcelona? That draw with Las Palmas, that was a shocker.
It really was. It makes you wonder, can they bounce back? Can they figure out how to break down those tough defenses?
Makes you think, right? Like, is this the end of an era for them?
It's possible. I mean, there's still Barcelona, but something's got to change.
Okay, so the title race is wide open, but it's not just the top teams, right? The relegation battle, that's getting intense too.
Oh, yeah. Teams like Alavés, they're in trouble. They need some wins, and fast.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight to the very end. And then you've got teams like Real Sociedad quietly climbing up, maybe sneaking into a European spot.
I don't think they're sneaking anymore. They're good. They've been playing really well all season.
The dark horse of La Liga.
There's
So much drama, so much excitement. This season is just, wow.
It's La Liga. What else would you expect? Passion, upsets, crazy, goals.
It's the best. And it just keeps getting better. You know, you mentioned earlier how tactics are so important in La Liga. I think you're right.
Absolutely. You can have the best players in the world, but if you don't have a plan, you're going to lose.
It's like a whole other level of the game.
That's what makes it so interesting. The managers, they're like chess masters, figuring out how to beat the other team.
It's incredible. Well, you've definitely given me a lot to think about. Thanks for all the insights.
Anytime. Happy to talk La Liga with you. Always.
And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Matchday 25. It was a wild one.
Until next time.
See you.